Hello, my name is Bodacious, and this is a quick update brought to you by the Oddball Craze. Sony has announced that they will be shipping PlayStation 5 Slim consoles by the end of 2023. Many didn't notice as they assumed there would simply be slim shippings of PlayStation 5s, as such has been the case for the last 2 years since the console's launch. When asked how they would provide PlayStation 5 Slims with the microchip shortages and the supply chain issues, Sony had no comment. Though it does bring us back to think about how AMD announced that by mid-2023 they would have a new microchip manufacturing facility. The PlayStation 5 utilizes AMD GPUs, so perhaps this will allow the PlayStation 5 to hit store shelves. Microsoft continues its attempts to purchase the entire planet despite objections from rival Sony. The acquisition of Activision is expected to be complete by 2023, unless the merger is delayed due to countries exploring the possibility of forming a monopoly. When questioned what steps could be taken if a country does decide a monopoly is taking place, Microsoft simply announced that they would purchase the country and put them to work on the next Mass Effect title. Microsoft does not own the Mass Effect franchise. An EA executive was seen in the park crying into his sandwich. Now let's check in with Luigi for the local weather. Louie?
Thanks, Bo. The planet continues to reel from the cataclysmic events that took place Saturday afternoon as global warming completely decimated the Fortnite island. We're still waiting for eyewitness reports to come in, but I can tell you what I experienced for myself. I was floating around on a fragment of an island through the universe, looking at space with 3 other individuals. I did not know these individuals, but one of them approached me dressed as a banana. Now on this island, there was nothing but a tree and a television with a clock counting down. We all didn't say anything, but we knew when that clock hit 00:00, the event would trigger. So we roasted some marshmallows, did some silly dances, and when the countdown reached, we were sucked into the event. We were there at the reality tree. Bullseye was there, and we were looking out across the island as the chrome started to come near us. We were the last fortitude, the last stand against the chrome taking over the entire island, so we knew this was going to be epic. And as soon as that chrome started getting close to us, I was sucked out of the event and sent back to this rock. Here is a screenshot of what I saw. A tree and a television was said 00:00. Do you know what that means, Bo? It means I should have been in the event, but instead I sat here and I didn't touch anything. Oh, I didn't push any buttons, because if I did, that meant that I would be out of the event, and I waited too long for this, and I just sat there, and after a few minutes, I was sucked back into the event. I was floating in space. I looked at where the island used to be, and it had exploded. There were rocks floating by here, and trees floating by there, nothing but debris, but I saw a light, Bo, and I focused on that light, and that light was the 0 point, and all of a sudden, the 0 point started to shake, and a stream of light came out and wrapped up one of the fragments, and another stream grabbed another fragment and pulled them in close and slammed them together and created a new planet. The gravitational pull brought me into it. And as my feet placed onto this new planet, I was able to identify flamingos, identical matching flamingos, Bo. I picked up chickens and threw them into the 0 point, and then the 0 point began to rumble, and a strand of light came out, and another strand. They grabbed these fragments and pulled them together and forced them together, and global cooling fused these fragments, and there was snow and there was mountains, and I jumped over there to explore them, but I was sucked out of the event, Bo. And this time I wasn't looking at a tree and a television that said 00:00. No, this time I was at the login screen, and it said, could not verify my credentials. I was already in the event, could not verify my credentials. This is some CCP level stuff, and I hate it.
Louie, could you clarify? It seems you're blaming this pandemic on both global warming and global cooling.
Oh, Bo, you read your little reports off a piece of paper that somebody else typed up for you. But this is science. I am damn science. Trust the science.
Thank you for that update to the weather. Nintendo had its final financial report for the year 2022. The most interesting information to come out of this report is the over 111 million Nintendo Switch units that have been sold life to date. With this kind of market penetration, it has led many to speculate on what the future is for Nintendo. Considering the 6-year lifespan of the Switch so far and its aging hardware, many, myself included, believe that perhaps Nintendo will return to a two-pillar business model, utilizing the market penetration of the Nintendo Switch as its handheld division, allowing it to drop the price to $150, and families could purchase them for their children around the holiday season. This would allow Nintendo to focus their efforts on a dedicated television console in the $300 to $400 price range. Also, this would allow the Switch to remain on the market for third-party developers to port their crap to. The Video Game Awards is right around the corner, being shown Thursday, December 8th. This is a 4-hour award show that you could sit through or wait until the next day and see a 10-minute recap on the internet. Wink wink. The worst part about watching the Video Game Awards is having your 4 hours of advertisements interrupted by commercial breaks. Jeff Keighley did announce this week on a Twitter video that this year's award show will be significantly shorter than previous shows. We're assuming this means that there will only be 5 10-minute breaks to praise Hideo Kojima. Tune in to find out, or just wait until the next day for a recap. And before we leave you, let's take a look at the German sales charts for the week ending December 3rd. To no one's surprise, with the World Cup being in the news, FIFA 23 maintains its number 1 spot, just as it had the week prior. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 takes the 2 serious and remains in the 2nd position, just as it was the week prior. God of War Ragnarok did see a significant jump, going from number 5 up to the 3rd slot, which leaves many to speculate and believe that perhaps in Germany the PlayStation 5 is being seen on store shelves, allowing consumers to purchase it. Mario Kart 8 and Pokemon Violet round out the top 5, but be aware that those are only for physical sales, as Nintendo does not report its digital sales. And the Callisto Protocol has debuted at number 6. If this trend continues throughout Europe and into the Americas, we're going to assume that the Callisto Protocol is not performing as expected. This has been your quick update. I'm Bodacious for Oddball Craze. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell. Good night, and God bless.